G'day, and welcome to Australia Zoo, my home. Check out the size of that bloke. Let's go and have a look.
Feeding time at the zoo is much more than just the big saltwater crocs. It's everything from the cutest little furry mammals right up to the massive predators, from the mildest to the wildest.
Wow, have a look at that for a set of jaws. And good teeth too. She's got good teeth. Here's a big piece. The amazing thing with Daisy is not that she's hungry, but that she's got a nest. See this big pile over here? This is her nest. Watch what happens if I go near it. Can I have a look at this nest here? Ooh, I might just have a look in this nest. Female alligators get really protective of their nests, and she thinks I'm going to hurt her eggs. So her job is to come up here and kill me. I see you there, sweetheart. Crikey, she's funny, that girl. Ooh, here's the fang. She's sitting there as still as a rock. And this is the technique that all crocodilians use to get their food. They sit there so still that they're like a piece of the environment. And then as soon as there's any ripples around her head, watch what happens. Whammo! Whack! Hit! Pull it back, kill it, and then swallow it. Here she goes. These alligators are quite well known for their expertise in doing the death roll. Okay, here's a piece. Get it. You got it? Get it. Get hold of it. Here he goes. There's the death roll. Go on, Elvis, death roll. Death roll, Elvis. Death roll. Death roll, Elvis. Death roll, Elvis. You know what I find with the alligators is they're quite placid. Their temperament is completely different to the Australian saltwater crocodile. These guys are like, well, a bit like a frog with sharp teeth. They have the capacity to kill and eat someone my size. Really, if ever does it happen. I tell you what, the Australian saltwater crocodile, whack! They hit like a ton of bricks. Yeah.
The almighty power and beauty of the crocodile, captured in slow motion as Charlie launches himself into the air to snatch his food. He's a super dangerous croc with the psychological scars of a cruel past. Crikey, he hits hard. Poor old Charlie. We had to use sheer weight of numbers to rescue him from an awful concrete dungeon where he'd been kept almost all of his life. When we released him back at Australia Zoo's Crocodile Paradise, it was the very first time he'd ever felt grass under his feet. But you can imagine, he still had the psychotic personality that he developed from his torture chamber.
Charlie's just starting to get to a stage where he would be considered as a big bloke. In the world of crocodiles, you don't be a big bloke until you're 12 feet. Watch how big he is when he comes out, though. Woo! Come on, then. Hey. Woo, woo, woo. Did you hear that? They command a lot of respect. If you go up into their territory, never think that you can go swimming even if you can't see them. Here you go. Woo, 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 woo. Did you see that? What I'm going to try and demonstrate to you now is how a crocodile can actually launch straight up out of the water and pluck a duck mid-flight. Here, mate. Here. Come on, buddy.
Charlie is the ultimate predator, and he's so big now that he no longer sees Steve as the guy that brings him food. He sees him as food.
Look at him, what a dinosaur.
Wham! Have a go at that jaw pressure. He's the ultimate predator, and he means business.
That's a hit.
They get the exercise of the hunt, and they get the pleasure of chasing Steve off their territory. And Australia Zoo visitors learn about crocodiles and conservation through exciting education. And talk about out of the pot and into the fire. Check out these little Tasmanian devils.
You think feeding Charlie was a handful? That's nothing compared to these piranhas. These things can bite. Notice the way when they grab the food, they actually pull back with all four legs. And talk about teeth and jaw pressure. As far as mammals are concerned, these guys have got mighty good jaw pressure. Really good. Hey! That means get out of here in devil language. I'm out. How I love you, how I love you. Oh. One thing's for sure. If the food's not good enough for the camels, then it's not good enough for me. What was that? If the food's not good enough for me, then it's not good enough for the camels. Can I come in here? Can I come in here? Woo, let's go!
You know, Steve's #1 passion may be crocodiles, but all the animals love him, and he loves all the animals. Steve's almost a real-life Dr. Dolittle. Have a look at her. Only the camels play like a big dog. Half a ton of big dog. Funny little girls. And there's nothing like a nice kiss.
The army dropped me straight at the church where the biggest of the two crocodiles that we have to restrain was living in atrocious conditions. By crikey, I've seen some hardcore, bad husbandry of crocodiles before, but this takes the cake. He was over 11 feet long in an 8-foot-long concrete box with wire over it. And that was bad enough. The East Timorese people don't understand crocodilian husbandry. They love their crocodiles. In fact, they believe that their island of Timor is actually a solidified crocodile. That's one. Now for the other one. Have a look at this for appalling conditions. This poor female 9-footer is housed in a bacteria backwash.
Over the last few 100 days we've been looking after her, and she's come good. She also had a tyre around her neck. We managed to get that off with a long piece of bamboo. So
Like a car tyre?
it was a bicycle tyre.
Oh,
so
my
It was
word.
right around her neck. Yeah, so we got that off her.
She's been tortured and injured.
Looks like she's blind in this eye.
Yeah, I think she's been poked. The other eye looks good and bright.
Yeah,
Last time we
she's
seen her.
been stabbed or
Yeah,
something.
there's
in
been,
this eye.
every time you come in here, there's sticks in here. Like people have been whacking her.
You know, the most dangerous thing is going to be the water. Any cuts, open wounds you got, you're going to be in a little bit of trouble. So I wouldn't mind getting her rather than hitting her in there, because, crikey, I don't know what kind of bacteria and disease you're running up against
Pretty
there.
bad,
Get
I'd
her out
say.
here on the dry ground, and then we'll jump her straight into the ocean, all of us, straight in.
This beautiful little female crocodile has been living in these conditions for more than 10 years.
Up here in the Timorese highlands, there's a real serenity and tranquility. Down there in Dili is turmoil and pain. It's quite hard to see it from here. But what you can get the gist of from right up here is that Timor is right at the end of the Indonesian archipelago. You can see another island out there, another volcanic island, just like this one. And so East Timor was Portugal territory up until 1975. And then they moved out, Indonesia took it over. However, the East Timorese didn't accept that. And so there's been quite a strong guerrilla movement for well over 20 years. And then in 1999, they went for independence and scored it. And that's caused the problem. The clash took place. The militia went wild. Death and destruction. And so then, as a result of independence and the guerrilla warfare and the fighting with the militia, the place got tortured, blown up, shot out. Refugees pushed into camps, thousands, tens of thousands of refugees
suffered for long periods of time, and now it's all starting to get back together. Oh, here's a little snapper. Have a look at this. You'd barely be able to see it. The only thing I got to see was a small amount of movement, and this is a baby. Oh, you're all right, buddy. Baby green tree viper. Bite. They bite like all crazy. Come on now, Naughty. There he is there. Look at that gorgeous emerald green coloration. Real arrow-shaped head, and they've got huge fangs. For the size of their body, really big fangs. And this snake here, he'd put me almost into the mark where I just about die, I reckon. Look at that excellent arrow-shaped head, quite a big head, big venom glands, they've got a big delivery, and if he sunk them in, by crikey, I'd be in a lot of trouble. A big one would kill you. This one would be a yearling, only around about a year old. Now you can see on the end of his tail there, different colour, and he'll actually wiggle that, stick it out and wiggle it, a bit like that, wiggle it up and down, and that'll lure things like little lizards. Like a gecko will come in while he's wiggling it. We call that a caudal lure. Stick it up like that, wiggle, wiggle, looks like a worm. Gecko comes in, whack, he'll hit, sink those fangs right into the chest cavity, fill it up full of venom, immobilise, kill it, and then swallow it down head first. Green tree viper. Sorry it's shaken, but these things make me really, really nervous because they're quick strikers. You can see that S position he's holding there, maintaining, poised, in the S position, ready to strike if my fingers get close enough. Okay, mate, you're a little beauty. Okay, here you go. Whoa, 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 steady, mate, steady. Here you go. They're quite an arboreal species, climb through the trees and on the ground. Where's your mum and dad?
This is the piece of land right behind the church that was graciously donated to house our crocodiles. Wes has his work cut out for him. What he's got to work with is basically a pile of rubble. The whole area in Dili has been under siege, in a war-torn situation. What hasn't been leveled has been burned. Now he's got to start from scratch, and all of the workers have to come up with their own devices for building because there's no businesses open. There aren't contractors or concrete workers. There's not even a bank open.
It's hard, hot and heavy work. We're in the tropics and it's steamy, almost 100% humidity. It rains all the time and hot. It's stinking hot. You're in a lather of sweat from the first moment you wake up. And we're making it up as we go along. This is innovation at its greatest. We get wire where we can. They're mixing concrete out of the rivers. We're doing what we've got to do to build a state-of-the-art crocodile facility. The Australia Zoo team, best in the world. And we've built the facility fair smack dab at the back of the biggest church in town. It's looking great. We've got one ready to fill up. This will be for the girl, Maxine, best swimming pool in Dili. Woo!
Brian is our curator of crocodiles, and not only is he cutting an opening to let Maxine come through, but he also knows how important it is to clear all the debris away. Rocks, glass, wire, everything must be removed so that when she's dragged from her enclosure, she doesn't hurt her soft underbelly.
I'd say we get two on. Yep. You guys are the first two on, followed by Bruce and Kevy behind us, but just watch out falling over each other, because she's still big enough and ugly enough to break your leg. She probably, and a few stitches, but not too bad.
The first job is secure a top jaw rope.
Stick. Hi, sweetheart, you all right? Okay, so her teeth aren't really good. Okay. Okay, bite, sweetheart. Bite. There's a girl. Oh, there's a girl. Hey, you're very quiet. I think you're a little bit sick. You're a little bit sick now. You can bite any time you like. Steady, steady, mate. Nice and gentle. Right in that groove there.
Now I've got to get another top jaw rope on for safety. This is going really good for me, but it's not a good sign. She should be fighting and biting ferociously. Most of her teeth have been smashed out of her head. The second top jaw rope goes on good. Secured.
Okay.
She's ready to go.
I think we've got a winner. Now. Okay, we ready to go? Don't curl the rope around your hands, and a nice steady pace all the way. If I say stop, stop, because she's got her jaw hooked up. Okay, let's go.
That's it. Fight, girl, fight. Oh! She death rolls. This is great. Now I have to pick my moment to jump on her head.
I'll squash you too, mate.
Okay. I'm going to scoot out from under your wezzo.
Okay.
People, power and speed is everything. We've got her jaws together. We're safe. And she's not fighting.
I want to take her to the ocean and give her a scrub. You smell that?
Yeah.
That is not good.
A canvas blindfold to subdue her is highly necessary. The Australian diggers, they take this very seriously, and it's only because of them that she's still alive.
Whoa, sharp fire. Keep coming. Yep. Put your ankle.
Where are we going, Steve?
We're going on to the back of that pilot.
Okay.
Stop the ramp.
Yep,
Yeah, right, let's go.
What's he gonna
Okay, put some weight on. Get the weight on.
Dig it in. I got it.
Okay, now just hold on.
Yep.
For a minute.
Yep.
Okay. We're good. Right, spin around. Yeah, we're good, mate. Go. Woo! Good one. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. This is a skink's trap. Ah, here he is. Look, 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 look. Come here, mister. Come here, little one. Oh, look at him. Look at this. What a little bluey. This is a blue-tongued skink, a blue-tongued lizard. And when he gets angry, he sticks his mouth open and he's got a big blue tongue. Blue tongues are one of the more common skinks in Australia, and this is what I call a Centralian blue tongue. You can see that beautiful coloration, the orange bands on the brown and grey. That helps him blend into the spinifex. He's got the cutest little nose there. Look, he's got a little yellow nose. There's his blue tongue. Great eyes, and they've got that band coming back from their eyes. That's like a bandit to help camouflage. They'll sit in the spinifex and they'll wait. Any grasshoppers, insects, any invertebrates come along, whack, they'll grab it, chomp, chomp, chomp. Nice, big, strong jaws. Chew on it and swallow it down using their blue tongue to help force the food down. These guys are both insectivorous and herbivorous. They'll eat any of the flowers, those ephemeral flowers. They'll eat those, and insects just love them. And this is his house, in here in the spinifex. Watch this. He'll just cut straight through the spinifex, straight back home. Away you go, little fella. Notice the way he blends in there? Quick, quick, quick. I'll get you. I'll get you.
Australia is the driest continent on the planet, but you don't appreciate what that really means until you move away from the coastal strip and head right into the center. After thousands of miles driving through country like this, the reality behind the word dry really sinks in. Every time I travel here, it amazes me how much life there is. But there's a real art to spotting it, and Eagle Eye Steve is sure to find some really interesting wildlife. The limiting factor on wildlife numbers is always food and water. The bird life multiplies in good seasons, and sometimes you'll see massive flocks of parrots building up when the grass of the dry country goes to seed. Heading to Uluru, there's mile after mile of endless flat plains. In territory like this, even a single tree would be a landmark. So So when you reach the rocky escarpments, they're even more dramatic after the contrast of flat ground and red dust.
Now you can get the feel of those razorback rocks, the escarpments that just carve straight across the plain. These rugged peaks are all that's left of tall mountain ranges that were eroded down by many thousands of years of weathering. The process has been going on longer here than anywhere else. That's why there's so much flat country in outback Australia. We've run out of road in this direction, so it's time for the four-wheel drive motorbike. I've spent all my life exploring and travelling this gorgeous red centre with my mum and dad. This place will always represent the ultimate sensation of freedom. And like the Aboriginal peoples that traversed this land on foot before me, my parents instilled in me that any tracks I leave, any habitat I disturb, should disappear in hours. My four-wheeler is an excellent vehicle to traverse the distances that would normally take days on foot. I'd live for this land and its wildlife. And here we go! This is exactly what I'm looking for.
Just the glint of sun on scales is enough for Steve to spot a snake.
Woo! It's brown. It's a common brown. Here's an Eoperla. The common brown snake is the second most venomous snake in the world. They haven't got huge big fangs. They're relatively short, but by crikey, they've got toxic venom. Super toxic. And they're rodent specialists. What they'll do is locate rats and mice with their forked tongue, whack, hit, and venomate, swallow them down. At the moment, I couldn't touch him. There's absolutely no way I could put my hand anywhere on this snake. He'd tag me before I could get my hand away quick enough. Beautiful animal, and he's a ruler. He's a predatory ruler out here. There wouldn't be an animal, a carnivore, a predator big enough to take him out. Let's see if I can just move him a bit. Come on, mate. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Quick. These guys make me sweat. Make me sweat bullets. Come on, mate. Look at this, I'm shaking. Hang on. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Oh, oh. Watch the way he carves through this grass. Oh, here he goes, look out. Woo, they're quick, they slide through this grass like it's going out of fashion. Woo, he's got his neck flattened out. Come on, mate. Hook, hook, hook. Quick, whippy. Hey, hey. Oh. Oh, he's a nice specimen. What'd he be? Around about 5 feet in length. And he's on a mission. Just spread out a bit. Come on, mate. Very distinct orange spots on his belly. That picks a brown snake from any other species. Hey, 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 hey. Whoa, hey. They've got the ability to come back up over their own body, the brown snake. Really quick, hard, fast striking, often repetitively striking. They are one of the sleekest animals out here. Really sleek. Move through this grass like fluid motion. Look at the shine coming off his head. Look at that. Beautiful animal. Oh, you're all right. Beautiful. Whoa. Woo. Have a look at this. This is the standard brown snake position. Going up into that S, they mean business. Deadly dangerous snake, not to be mucked with. You're all right, buddy. We've had enough of each other. I reckon it's time we just split up and leave him alone.
The brown lemur can be hard to spot, and this one seems appalled that Steve's actually seen him. Those long, bushy tails help them keep their balance high in the trees. Unlike monkeys, none of the lemurs developed a prehensile tail to help them grip the branches.
These brown lemurs are quite common throughout the Gallery forest, and they have got the best arboreal skills. They will come down onto the ground to forage, but they love hanging around in the trees. They're classified as strictly arboreal. Here she goes, keeping her eyes on me, like looking right at me, just making sure that I'm no danger. She's beautiful.
And once again, Steve can't resist joining them up in their home environment.
There must be about 25, maybe 30 of them in the trees, just leaping and jumping all the way around me. It's interesting, as I climb, they just stay at a safe distance. See behind me here? It's a little female, look at her. Oh, this one over here's got babies.
It's unusual to see this many brown lemurs together. You rarely see more than 12, and a troop this big needs 50 acres of forest to survive.
Oh, here's a spiny-backed chameleon. And it's a male, adult male. You're a big boy, and look at him. Black as. He's really dark. Hey, you're blending in nicely. Extremely dark, and have a look at that beautiful light-coloured patch he's got along his side there. Hang on, mate. Hang on, buddy. You're all right. Hang on. Hey, no biting. I see you're going to bite me. I see you. I see you're very bitey. He's going to bite. He's got his mouth wide open. Isn't he dark? And look at that gorgeous light colour that goes down. He's got his little prehensile tail. And I don't know who's got who at the moment, but he's a little bit grumpy. Hey, you're all right, buddy. Oh, you're going to bite. I see that. Okay, okay. Here you go. There you go. Look at the way he blends into that stick.
Back on the trail, and we're in the right territory to find some subspecies of the brown lemur.
Oh, red-fronted lemurs, look. Have a look at that little beauty. Listen to the way they grunt. The brown lemur are more widespread than any of the other true lemur species. And there's about 6 different subspecies, maybe more. The other thing with the brown lemurs is their social structure. They don't actually have that female hierarchy, that matriarchal system. And you'll get a combination of boys and girls. So we've got a boy, a girl, and look at this girl. Oh no, you're a boy. Here's a boy here. You're a naughty boy one. And they got those gorgeous bushy long tails. Hey, the old brown lemur.
We move into the home range of a lemur that I think has the cutest, most mischievous character of them all, the ring-tailed, named for a very obvious feature.
This is 2 males. We might just sit here and have a bit of a sunbake, I think. What do you reckon? Bit of a sunbake? Ah. Very nice. Very comfortable. Hey boys, where are you going?
All lemurs are classed as arboreal. They live their life in the trees, but all of them spend time on the ground, some more than others.
Oh, look, let's just slide across this way. I'd really like to show you. See, there's a whole troop here now. I'm just going to lower my profile a bit. You all right? Have you girls got your babies? See the way they cling to their mama's back? And you can see that little baby there picks up a piece of bark. It's starting to gain its independence, starting to learn how to forage, hunt and eat for itself. And the whole troop stays close. Let's just go around this way. Watch out for the sun worshipper behind me here. I see you're sun worshipping. Interesting little troop here. You can see how the babies, the real little ones, are flipping through the trees. So both the mama and the aunts will look after the juveniles, the infants, the babies. And they're really active, you know, they're learning their arboreal skills, jumping and flipping around, and they're really getting quite agile.
Now that Steve spent quite some time behaving like a lemur and foraging in the leaf litter, he seems to have gained their trust, and they come closer to him than ever before, even accepting food straight from his hand.
Hi. The ring-tailed lemurs have got a real matriarchal system. So you can see these two females here with their babies. They call the shots. In fact, this one that's closest to me, she is the matriarch. She is the alpha female. She's coming over here checking me out. They've got an incredible sense of smell. And when you get this close, you can see their shiny nose. It's wet. So that moist nose means they've got a really good sense of smell. Oh, you've got some berries there. You boys are a bit naughty, I think. See the way they stick their tails straight up? Beautiful visual signal. And you can see this troop consists of about 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 adults and a whole stack of babies and juveniles.
Ring-tailed lemurs give birth once a year in early spring. Usually it's just one baby, but when food is plentiful, twins are fairly common. In lemur society, there's nothing more important than grooming. They establish and reinforce social bonds by giving each other personal attention. Lemurs have 6 lower teeth that stick out from their jaw to form a structure that they use to comb each other's fur.
Isn't that gorgeous? The way they groom each other, licking, chewing with their teeth. They really do love all over each other. And it's that time of the day where you have a good groom. And they'll actually groom each other. Look at that. Under my arm needs licking too.
When a female is born into a group, she stays with it for the rest of her life. Males, they move around a bit, and that's good for the species. It helps prevent inbreeding.
Wah, 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 wah.
I've spent so much time with the troop that I'm almost an honorary member. If only I had a striped tail and I could whack it up, they'd know exactly who I was.
We're on the move. And away we go. Come on then. See the way they put their tails straight up. Now they're on the move. You can see the two matriarchs up the front. Call on the shots. Here we go.
It's taken quite a lot of hard yakka, but what an honour to be accepted as one of the troop. And it's now that I'm moving in with them that I can get a better understanding of what they're looking at, what they're searching for, and their senses.
Time for a bit of play.
It's obvious the family bond among lemurs is exceptionally strong. In this group, there's a dozen individuals, and troops can have as many as 25 or more.
See those little mock fights they have? Look. That's just playing.
When we were kids, we used to play around like this, swinging in the trees, fighting with each other, running around like rat bags. The lemurs are no different. Woo, look at them go. Flat out like a lizard drinking.
You can see the way they're cruising around the tree, pushing their shoulders into the branch. And look at this one. See how he's using his wrists into the branch? They've got like spurs, scent glands on their shoulders and their wrists. And they'll gouge into the tree, gouging the scent right in. When you're a lemur, scent is everything.
We're always moving animals at Australia Zoo. I've done it all my life. They outgrow their enclosures and you've always got to have maintenance.
Go on, girl.
It started off as just a standard crocodile operation. All we had to do was catch Tulikia and move her into another enclosure. She'd outgrown this one. So all I had to do was secure a top jaw rope, catch her, restrain her, and then flip her over the fence. That's not exactly how it went. Top jaw rope went on. Whoa, that's good. Look at her go. She's one feisty little Sheila. And she means business. She's fair income. Just pull her back a bit. Now I'm going to grab her, go in, pressure on her head to hold her down. Come on, Terry, back up. Here she comes, here she comes. Even at 8 feet, I'm flat out holding her. So Terry grabs her back legs, holds them up. Tarp's coming over. Everything's going smooth, smooth as a zipper. Uh-oh. Aggro's wanting to buy into it. Someone will have to take him. Wes has got him. I just slip a couple of loose ropes over her jaws just in case, thinking that I'll just have to temporarily hold her. Tarp goes on to blindfold her. Looking good, looking good. Ooh, bit of a reaction.
Okay, up.
Here we go. Here's the mistake I make. The rope's loosened, the tarp's loosened. We should have got more people in there to back us up when we pick her up. Just got to get her over the fence. And she thrashes. Her head's out, chomp. Bit me. That's how quick it happened.
She split me leg.
She's nailed it.
She sunk her teeth deep into me leg. What a drama. It's not her fault. It was my mistake. I don't blame her one iota. I should have secured her jaws better. And now I'm going to bleed a little. So be it. See, this is how I should have done it the first time. A fair dinkum jaw rope.
She split me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's put some big holes in there. Let's get this tarp on together.
Poor little thing, she was just doing what she had to. She thought that I meant her harm. And we hit that weakness where we were going over the fence. And this is how we should have done it the first time with more people. I had them right there.
Go around.
Even though Steve has several deep puncture wounds in his leg, he carries on and finishes the job.
You need to sneak up towards the front shoulder of the stool.
You want to move up a little bit?
Oh man, she split me good. She sunk some teeth right into my thigh muscle. And while the adrenaline's pumping, I'll be just fine. But tonight, I am gonna hurt big time. She got me good. She chomped and thrashed, which means I'm gonna have pretty severe muscle damage. She didn't get any veins though. Oh, a couple of small ones, you know.
She nailed you, mate.
Oh, big time. She grabbed hold of my thigh and ripped. Yo.
You know, the best thing we had going was Wes was able to jump in and get aggro away from us. He didn't like us going near any of his girls, and so he was getting really grumpy. Wes had to use himself as a lure and get aggro out of the way.
Okay, you're right.
Getting bitten by an 8-foot female's one thing, but having a 15-foot crocodile charging you is another. That is life-threatening.
Okay, I'm gonna open her mouth up. Juggle, juggle. Okay, Kelsey, Terry, go. Okay, Stewie, go.
Have a look at these teeth. Needle-sharp, penetrating teeth designed to capture and kill large mammals. That's what the saltwater croc's all about.
To find the biggest chameleon in the world, we have to reach a particular part of the forest in Madagascar's central ranges.
I'm gonna have to drive with my head half out the window because these windscreen wipers just don't work, like a lot of things on this vehicle. But I tell you what, woo! Salama! Salam! This is the way to get into where I want to go. The other good thing about this little four-wheel drive is I'm able to tuck in and out of the trucks and the buses, so I should be able to avoid having a head-on collision. Here we go, hang on. We've got to go around this beat, baby. You see what I mean? That guy's just reversing down the road. We're not sure why.
In the driving rain, Steve's taking it carefully, but despite the road conditions, a lineup of impatient drivers are just aching to pass.
And I gotta be careful not to cause Madagascan road rage.
Whew. I had to let them pass. Man, this place is craziness. Absolute craziness. Easily the most dangerous thing. Whoa! It's these vehicles coming the other way and they're just like, it's just chaos. There's no rhyme or reason for anything. Danger. Extreme danger. Far more dangerous than any animal I've had to deal with before.
Phew. It's an absolute relief to be off that highway. I'd rather drive on a slippery mud track than the mayhem of the Malagasy road system.
What a little corker. I love this thing. Goes just about anywhere. It looks like it's on foot from here on in.
The rain is a good and a bad thing. The sound of the rain will help me to be able to sneak up on my quarry.
I'm looking for a shot at the title. The world's biggest chameleon by weight. They can weigh up over 5 pounds, and the world's smallest right here in the thickest untouched rainforest.
Like a lot of reptiles, speed's more important than stealth.
Snake! It's a Manarana. Look how fat it is. This is the largest, the most robust of all of the Malagasy colubrids. This is a chameleon eater. He'd be cruising around, looking in the leaf litter, looking for little Brooksia, the miniature. Chameleons also eat frogs. Woo! Any other little reptile? You're not going to bite me, are you? It's okay. It's okay if he bites. He feels fear. He thinks I'm going to eat him. But they haven't got any venom. He's a colubrid, no venom at all. Wild-looking unit, absolute beauty, and fat as mud. I just hope he hasn't eaten all the chameleons. Here you go, mate.
Steve's on the trail, tracking lizards the same way you track any decent-sized animals, by what they leave behind.
This is the technique, all right. I'm right at one with the leaf litter. This will be the way to do it. Here's what I'm looking for. Poo. Oh, and it's fresh. The chameleons are insectivorous. And you can see this good dollop here. That's a fair chunk of a lizard, by crikey. And it's fresh as. They are so hard to see. Oh, here we go. Have a look at this. And it's a male. Oh, you're a big bloke. You're all right, mate. Camouflage, talk about camouflage. Come on, buddy. Come on, mate. He's out here right on the end of this branch, enjoying the moisture. Have a look at this. This is what I've come here for. This is why I've come to Madagascar. This is a male Parsons chameleon. The biggest by weight out of all the chameleon species in the world. And this one's not even full grown. He's a big adult male, all right. But by crikey, he'll get well over this. Much bigger. The Eustulets grows a little longer, but these are the biggest, real big, heavy, robust animal. And they're virtually solitary. The only time they get together is when they want to mate. And you can see his beautiful orange eyes. He's got a pupil in there, but he's got a black slit runs straight back. Look at these little gloves, like little oven mitts with claws on the end of them. Watch this. He'll be able to get up on 2 legs, grab hold of the branches, and away he goes. Prehensile tail. See the way his tail's got my hand grip there? This is your branch, isn't it, mate? This is your branch. Hey? Back onto his branch. Back out into the rain. Woo! Largest chameleon in the world.
The really little guys seem to like sitting on leaves in the rain, so Steve's now got a specific target to look for: upturned leaves with lizards inside.
Look at this. This is even smaller. This is the smallest of the Brooksia. The smallest, in fact, this is Brooksia minima, the smallest chameleon out of all the species. Come here, little fella. He's flat out being 2 inches long. Leaf litter specialist, just like the other species. And that is an adult. If you can imagine, he's an egg layer, or she's an egg layer. I couldn't tell a male from a female, but they lay eggs. And it's an insect specialist, of course, highly insectivorous. I'm not sure if you can tell, but he's got little horny projections coming out over the top of his eyes. The smallest chameleon in the world, this forest, it's the most crucial conservation area left on our planet. It is so small, and yet you can see it contains the smallest but the tiniest chameleons in the world and the largest.
You can see how vulnerable they are. Once the last of the habitat has been cut down or degraded, the smallest and the biggest chameleons in the world will cease to exist. It will be a terrible loss of irreplaceable species.
Watch this. Yeah. Just got to get it moving a little bit. She's on it. Here she goes. Whack! I gotta get another grasshopper. Here we go, sweetheart. Here we go. Here you go. Here's another grasshopper. Whammo! How's that? The chameleons have got a feeding technique like no other animal in the entire world. They're deadly accurate with that super sticky tongue, and they've got this great muscular system and a little bone that forces it out with deadly accuracy. Here we go again. Here you go, sweetheart. Whack! It's a big, sticky thing. Here's another one. Here we go. I got one more, sweetheart. I just got one more. One more, here you go. I'm gonna make you stretch for it, way out here. Look at that, that'll be about 3/4 of her body length. Here she goes. Whack! Deadly accurate, did you see that? She's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And here's something that wouldn't need a baby monkey, but packs a heck of a punch. Cobra.
It's another spitter, and Steve needs glasses to protect his eyes.
He's grumpy too. You're all right, mate, you're all right. Oh no, haven't brought me glasses. Listen, the monkey's starting to get upset. You're gonna bite me, aren't you? He's not even hooding up, this one. Hey, you're not even hooding up. What a beautiful snake. They're relatively common throughout these temples, particularly the ones that are way out in the jungle where there's no people. Very unlike the other cobras I've come across, which have just hooded up straight away. Big snake, you can see he's in really healthy condition, probably eating rats and mice, I'd reckon. So he's starting to hood up now. Hey, he's starting to hood up a bit now, aren't you? Ooh, there's his little hood starting to come out. He's getting really agitated now. The monkeys will actually have a go at him. Monkeys are quick enough and smart enough to get the snakes and harass them. Do you want to go back hunting? Hey? You want to go do some hunting? You're a good snake. Here's a lizard of massive proportions. I thought lizards like this only grew this big on Komodo Island, but this happens to be the second biggest lizard species in the world, and it's a goanna, something I'm very familiar with. Goannas are monitor lizards, the ruling lizards of the world. And this is a steamer, virtually in a captive situation. It's quite used to people and fat as mud. Have a go at the size of this. This is a full-grown adult Asian water monitor. By crikey, he's big. Probably up around 50 or 60 kilos. Have a go at the size of the head on it. They're opportunistic. They make great predators. They're like a land crocodile that can also swim through the water, climb trees. Have a look at the bulk of this bloke. Absolutely massive, huge big animal. Really, really big. And he lives here getting fed nice tucker from the local people, from his friends, from his family. He's just a big family pet. Isn't he a beauty? Not struggling, not at all. You're a big lizard. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Back at the beach, the waves are better than last time. Every day a little bigger, so maybe we'll get the monster surf we've been hoping for. We're moving to a new island, and on the way we're taking a detour along one of the least used roads in the area. Just after nightfall is a fantastic time to find reptiles on or near the road.
Yeah, and Wes is a real reptile freak. He's chomping at the bit for his first snake.
Oh, have a look at this. This is the green viper. I'm not sure which species of green viper. There's a whole different stack of species. And it's only a baby, only a youngster. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you doing? You've got a viper head. Pit viper. I'm going to get a stick. Whoa, he's a little bit angry. Hey, put this little stick here. Come on, crawl onto the stick. There's no way that I'd be able to touch this little fella. He'd tag me really quickly. Come on, move onto the stick. I'll just see if I can get him to move onto the stick. Beautiful. They are arboreal, and so he'll stick to this stick, no problem at all. Be able to get his body straight out. Look at that. Parallel. Isn't that fascinating? They're great climbers, really good climbers, and you can see his tongue is going 50 to the dozen. What a classic. Really nice. I might get you off the road, mate. Might get you off the road. Come on. Here you go, fella.
Hey, Steve-O, look behind you.
Watch this. See how this guy moves? Almost like a chameleon. What he's doing as the wind blows, he's using the wind to camouflage his body. Trying to mimic a leaf. Well, that's beautiful. Here's one of the most incredible animals of the entire insect world, the praying mantis. He's out in the open of the road, ambushing bugs. You can see the way he gets his arms and his forearms up into the typical praying mantis position. He's got spikes right along the front of him. As soon as an insect gets close enough, whack! Down he goes, spikes him, grabs him, pulls him in, and then chomp, chomp, chomp. Oh. Oh. And he can fly too. As soon as that wind picked up, he just took off into the air. This one's really mobile, and you can see the way his body actually looks just like a leaf. And when he moves, he gets that swaying up, and then he'll take a step, sway up. Oh, he's getting angry. He's getting angry. He's gonna, oh. Goes up in that boxing style. Wild predator of the insect kingdom. Here you go, mate. Stay off the road till we get past. There you go.
We're island hopping, And as we hop along the islands, we gotta go from one ferry to another. We're quite determined to find that elusive, big, perfect wave. And island hopping is the best way to check out new locations. Ferry number 1. With thousands of islands populated in Indonesia, ferries operate 24 hours a day and night, to move huge amounts of people one way or the other. The wheels of trade and business churning. Another day and the potential for another surf. And this one's chopped up a bit. We have to get wet and have a go anyway.
So what we're going to do is we're going to trek back from the coast. Let's see, the beach is about half a k back there. We've gone across the salt flat. Now we've just hit the bush. Good, thick Indonesian jungle.
And it's so thick that you can barely see a few feet into the rainforest. Gonna need both sets of eyes to spot animals.
Want to split up, mate? I'll go this way if you want to head up. All right.
These jungles hide some really surprising reptiles, and Wes and I have split up to see what we can locate. Oh, what a little treasure.
How's this? I got him. Oh, he's upset. You're upset. You're upset. Don't be upset. Wow, what a spectacular little snake. This is only a baby, but this is the paradise flying snake. Flying snake. They can actually glide. They go up to height, and when they want to get from one tree to another, they spread their scales, spread their belly out, like a cobra does, only down the entirety of their body, spread out, catch a bit of air, and glide from one tree to another. Now, they are slightly venomous. He's shaking around. He's uninclined to bite. Have a look at the gorgeous orange coloration on his back. You're all right, sweetheart. You're all right. Settle down now. He's really upset. Now, this is only a baby, maybe 2 years of age. They get pretty big, up over 4 feet in length. Imagine that, a flying snake. I couldn't be so lucky, could I? I guess I am. What a little pearler. Where you go, mate? Hey, where do you think you're going? Oh, isn't she lovely? This is one of the most amazing creatures in the animal kingdom. It's a Burmese python. Mind you, these guys can get pretty big. Sometimes they can get up to 20 feet in length, and they range right through parts of Indonesia and right up even as far as India, Pakistan and Sri Lanka. They can live in all sorts of climates, from dry areas to rainforests to even mangroves, and they are just so gentle. What are you after, some rats, or are you just getting some sun? I'll let you go on your way, sweetheart.
On the fringes of the jungle, previously cultivated ground is being taken back by nature. Unless the farmers are constantly clearing the land, the rainforest actually moves back in, especially this time of the year when growth is really rigorous.
Have a go at this. What a spectacular snake! Look at that! Long and thin. Have you ever seen a snake more spaghetti-like, fluoro green spaghetti? And go through this stuff like hard to keep up with, really hard to keep up with. Have a look at that snout. What a big head, beautiful big head, and he's got his tongue sticking right out like that. I'm not sure why he's doing that. Have a look at his eye. His pupil actually goes that way rather than up and down like your standard snake's eye, right? And that helps him with his vision. Lining up, he'll actually mimic a vine moving in the wind. Mimic, strike, hit. Overpower the lizard that he wants to eat and then swallow it down. This is the long-nosed whip snake. You can see why they call them whip snakes. Look how whippy he is. Woo, you're a beautiful whippy snake. Fluoro green. Beautiful animal. Here you go, mate. Back into the grass. Watch this. He will disappear before your eyes. You know, just like blend. That quick.
I can't believe my luck. The richness of this waterhole is fantastic. Everywhere I look, there's gators, from 1 foot to 10 foot.
Have a look at this little tacker. You can see it only be about that long. It's newly hatched. You all right, little fella?
So I want to find out where his mum is.
The more you look and concentrate, the more little heads are popping up. Ah. Pretty distinct track going straight up here towards that high ground. Aha. This busted eggshell leads straight up from the water, straight to here. And have a look at all the eggshell here, even on the log. Look at that, hatched. That's a hatched egg. What they do is they'll use this rotting debris and they'll scrape up, they'll use their back legs, scrape up this big compost heap. Of course, the eggs will be laid down in here. They hatch out, Mum digs them up, takes them down to the water and looks after them. What an excellent nest site. It's on a bit of a natural berm, on a high bank, out of the watermark. And look at this. Look at that, beautiful, rich. And they'll come back year after year and continue to use it.
Hang on, have a go at this. This gator is behaving really strange. I'm going in for a closer look. And I'm able to get really close. What the heck is going on here? Have a look at it swimming along the bottom. There's something not quite right with this alligator. I've got to get in and have a closer look. It's swimming really weird.
There's one down here, it's busted up.
I'm going in, I've got to grab it. The thing with any alligator, no matter how busted up, is overpowering it without getting your arms ripped off. I can see that it's certainly got a good set of teeth and a big head. I won't want to take a whack from this or it may remove my arm or my hand. Got it. Just about got it up on the log. The only vantage point to get it out of the deep water where I can physically hold it.
You can see this big hit in here, look at this. It's not a real fresh injury, but it's a pretty heavy injury nonetheless. But the worst thing, come here, buddy, is this tail. You're all right. That's the most debilitating injury that an alligator could sustain. You can see, tail's been ripped clean off, whew, probably by another alligator. And it's, you can see, just juggle around here a little bit. This is a great demonstration of just how rugged these animals are. Date back to the dinosaur era, and one of the reasons why is they're tough. See that amputated front leg? It's completely healed, and they've got a great set of teeth. Even though it's having trouble getting away from me, a potential predator, something it should live in fear of, it's obviously been able to hunt, feed itself, because it's not as skinny as I first thought. Around the neck, it's not real fat, but it's far from what I'd call emaciated. Beautiful animal, got a fair bit of go in it, but now that I got it out on the log, and we had a bit of a struggle in the water, I'm pretty confident that I could let her go and that she'll survive. It's a tough life out here. Really, really tough. Hang in there, sweetheart. Gee, they're a rugged animal, aren't they? Tough as nails. I'll just see if I can slide her back into the water. Good luck, sweetheart. There you go.